A sensational murder in 1827 brought notoriety to the small Suffolk village of Polstead. With a young squire, a femme fatale, and tales of dreams and disguise, the murder in the Red Barn had all the ingredients of a grisly melodrama, and it was soon appearing in penny dreadful scandal sheets and popular plays. The two main characters were William Calder, the son of a tenant farmer, and Maria Marten, the pretty daughter of the village mole catcher, with whom he was having an affair. The 26-year-old Maria had already had 2 children by different lovers, one of whom, William's elder brother Thomas, had since drowned after falling through ice in the village pond. Maria and William would meet each night in the Red Barn, so called because of the way it glowed red in the setting sun. Eventually she became pregnant, though the baby only survived a few weeks and was buried secretly in a nearby field. Maria's parents demanded that William marry the girl, so he arranged for her to arrive at the barn disguised in men's clothing in order that they could elope to Ipswich, out of sight of his disapproving parents and the village priest. Maria went to the barn for her assignation, but she never came out. William Calder moved to London, where he married a woman he had met through a Lonely Hearts advertisement and set up a boarding school for girls. A year later, Maria's stepmother, Anne, dreamed that Maria had been murdered and buried in the Red Barn. Her body was discovered beneath the floorboards. She had been shot, stabbed and strangled for good measure. William was arrested and charged with her murder, and despite protesting his innocence, he was found guilty and hanged at Bury St Edmunds in August 1828. This walk passes close to several of the sites associated with the crime, though the barn itself is no longer there. It burned down in 1842. William Calder lived at Street Farm, the large farmhouse seen on the left as you descend to the duck pond from the village green. Brook Cottage, where Maria Marten was born, and Maria Marten's cottage, where she later lived, can both be seen along Martin's Lane. Maria's grave in the churchyard has been plundered by souvenir hunters, but St Mary's Church is still worth a visit. Alright again peeps, I hope you're all well. Today I'm in Suffolk. I'm in the little village of Polstead by the giant duck pond here. I'm joined by the lovely Candice. There she is. And we're going to be doing a little 4-mile day walk from the 50 Walks in Suffolk book. Now this one in particular is of particular interest to me as we're approaching Halloween. The most famous thing here, or infamous thing that happened in this little village here, was a sensational murder in 1827. The victim's name was Maria Marten. She was murdered by her lover, William Calder. And we're going to be passing a lot of important sites related to the murder, including the site of the Red Barn, where she was murdered, hence it's called the Red Barn Murder. We're going to be passing Maria Marten's cottage, where she lived. We're also going to be passing, I think, the cottage that she was born in, and also the house that was owned by the murderer, William Calder. We're going to see the church where she is buried, but people have looted it, and so there's no longer a grave there or a headstone, but there is a plaque commemorating her, I believe. We're going to pass a few pubs as well. The aptly named Cock Inn in Polstead, and then we're going to be passing through Stoke by Nayland, where I've been before on a little day walk. And there's the Angel pub and there's the Crown pub as well, so 3 pubs, blinding. And yeah, so it's only a little 4-mile walk. As you can see, the weather's really nice here today. Slight breeze, but it's mostly sunny. Still t-shirt weather even though it's October. Anyways, you know what I'm going to say next? Enough talking, let's get walking. Okay, so we've arrived here at the church in Polstead. It's on top of like a small hill. You've got wonderful views looking over to Stoke by Nayland, where we're going to be visiting later. This little wooden plaque here, this marks like the final resting place of Maria Marten. Now there's like sort of a little wooden toilet block and a shed for the use of the church in its place. So it reads, "Near this place lie the remains of Maria Marten, who died in the Red Barn, Polstead, and was buried on April 20th, 1828, aged 26 years. Rest in peace." We've entered the equally lovely village of Stoke by Nayland. Got a couple of pubs here to have a look at. The Angel Inn first of all, in front of us. So we're in the centre of Stoke by Nayland at the moment. We've just left the Angel Inn. There's a little second-hand bookstore here. The church, by the way, is down there. And we're going to head to the Crown now for another half a pint. we're on our way back to Polstead now, and we're currently on a little lane called Marten's Lane, which of course is named after Maria Marten, victim of the Red Barn murder. So soon we're going to be passing the site of the Red Barn, the former site of it. It's no longer there, and of course that is where she was brutally murdered. There is a barn up here now which is red, but that's not of course the original Red Barn. But if you stand with your back to that and look across, you would see where the original site was. It's somewhere over here actually. So of course this isn't the original Red Barn, but there's got to be a reason why they painted this red. So if you have your back to this barn and you look up the hill here along this belt of trees, apparently up there is where the site of the original Red Barn is, where the grisly murder of Maria Marten took place. I mean, I know there's not a lot to see, but just to be able to say, you know, you've been here, you've seen this, it's pretty cool. So, and it is a really, really nice area, but you know, as I say, knowing what we know about what happened here is quite spooky. So yeah, from me and Candice in advance, happy Halloween. So we're currently stood outside Calder's house, which of course was the original home of William Calder, the man who murdered Maria Marten. It's a pretty old looking house, very cool. So this lovely little cottage here is Brook Cottage, and this is where Maria Marten was actually born, which is pretty cool. So this is Maria Marten's house, or was rather, should we say. So this is where she lived until the time of her death. Really nice cottage. I think there's a couple more cottages round the back, but it's private property of course, so you can't just go wandering round there, but yeah, that's where she lived. We've arrived back in Polstead. The community village shop's over there. This is the village green. There's the village sign, and there is the Cock Inn pub. What a brilliant name for a pub. And that is where we're going to head in now for another cheeky drink. Yeah, we're probably going to sign off here. Polstead is known for a particular variety of cherry, the Polstead Black, which is made into a potent cherry brandy. A cherry fair used to be celebrated on the village green each July, and you can still see the cherries on sale at local farms and garden gates in summer. Well, we just sat outside the Cock Inn here in Polstead. I can't say that with a straight face. And we've each got half a pint of Aspel. It's our third one today. And that is the end of this video and the end of this walk. We've just got a short walk back to the car at the duck pond, as I said. I really hope you enjoyed the video and all the history, especially, as I say, about the Red Barn murder. It's such a infamous thing round here. You can just mention Red Barn to people and they know exactly what you mean. So unfortunately, you know, Polstead has, I suppose, become infamous as being, you know, the location of that. but I mean, give it its credit, it is a lovely little village. Lovely architecture, a lovely church, lovely pub. Everyone seems to be really friendly, so yeah, but that's history for you anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. We've had a great day out. Until next time, thank you for watching, thanks for the support. You'll see me again soon. Probably going to see Candice at some point too. There she is. See you later guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you. Bye bye.